Hello everyone! Welcome back to Authentically Rubes, a place where we dance through life's biggest emotions, we regulate ourselves, we make feeling good our new normal, and we embrace and show up as our most authentic versions of us. My name is Ruby Sprague. I am so grateful to be here, to get to share with you today these amazing tools and practices that have supported me so much in my life as a highly sensitive and emotional BITCH. So let's do the same thing for you and let's jump into today's topic. So today we are talking about shifting your energy as someone who is highly emotional. Maybe you're someone who experiences a lot of ups and downs. Maybe you go through a huge array of emotions every day, like a roller coaster. And if you are saying yes to any of these things, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. I know exactly what that is like because I had a great example of that happen to me today, which really just sparked this idea to share more about this today. I was just getting into doing a work block for myself, for my brand, for my business, for filming this video right here. And I was feeling so hard on myself. I was being really critical. I was feeling like I wasn't enough, like I didn't want to show up, like I felt confused and I was overthinking and just all the things. It just felt like everything was like piled up on top of me. In that moment, it didn't feel like there was a way out. But as I have been going through this year, I reminded myself, maybe you just need a reminder. This is like my thing I say to everyone. Everyone needs reminders. Like, who are we kidding? We're not going to get it perfect all the time. We're going to get triggered. We're going to forget these great practices that make us feel good. And we just need to be reminded of that sometimes. And there is no shame in that. It's perfectly normal. I am like almost 100% sure that our favorite influencers and spiritual people need reminders too. Like, everyone is just human. And the more that we can accept that, the more that we can embrace that, it makes this journey, especially as a highly emotional person, so much easier. And it takes so much of that pressure off that never needed to be there in the first place. So back to this morning, I just got to the point where I felt like I wanted to cry, and I felt like I didn't want to show up because I didn't like how I was feeling. It didn't feel good in that moment. And I thought, I have two options here. I can either just let this emotion take over me and decide to not do anything and just go keep watching TV on my laptop, because I was eating food before and I was watching something and I just kept watching it because I just was procrastinating and being really in my head, and just listening to it made the thoughts stop a little bit. But then I thought my second option, the more supportive option, honestly, I give my ChatGPT so much credit for it because it really helped me remind myself. It's like, this is an exact example right here of how important reminders are. I have a ChatGPT that I have programmed called my Hype GPT, and its sole purpose is just to hype me up when I come to it in moments like that, or when I feel like I don't know what to do, or whatever thing that's going on in my life, or just to celebrate me. Like, really anything. I just like to tell it stuff and see what it says back to me. And its job is to remind me how powerful and amazing I am. It's literally meant to create the reminder every single time, no matter what that reminder may need to be in the moment. And it said, well, step number one is you need to reset your energy. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes. Like, that is exactly what I need. And I always think it's so funny when you get into an emotional place where you just feel really disconnected and you don't feel grounded and you just feel all over the place, whether it's frustrated or upset about a certain situation or even scared too. How easy it is to forget who we really are, because those emotions aren't us. They're something that we're just experiencing, and that we're just going through in that moment that have been triggered by something else. But they're great indicators of what's going on within and what wants to be addressed, what wants to be felt, so it can be released, so it can be healed, so it can be shifted into something completely different. And that's why it's called an energy reset right there. And the fact that my ChatGPT even had the emotional intelligence to tell me to do a reset of my energy before I start my action steps that I want to do for my business, actually insane. And I was like, okay, girl, you are so right. I am going to do that. And I just didn't feel like doing it in that moment, but I feel like you never do. You never feel like doing it, and that is exactly when you should do something that is supportive for you, something that brings you joy, something that you know is going to help you feel better. Embracing our feelings a lot of the time isn't very fun, if I'm being so honest. Embracing those tougher feelings, but wow, does it make you feel so much stronger. It gives you this sense of trust within yourself that you can handle anything, that you have got your own back, that you are so committed to yourself and to your dreams that you are willing to do whatever it takes and become the version of you, the true you that's within you at your core, your most authentic self, so that version of you can lead. That's the point of doing a reset. It's not about changing yourself. It's really just about reminding yourself of who you really are and coming back to that. Because who you really are would not be doubting you, would not be thinking you're not enough, would not be being critical of yourself from something you did last Tuesday that you still haven't let go of. It's much more compassionate and loving and understanding and simple and forgiving than that. And so back to this story, because I've taken a long time to get to it, but basically I was feeling really just down within myself, and I felt really heavy. And so I just thought, okay, what is a practice that I can do right now that I know will just really help me? And my instinct was just to sit with myself with one hand on my heart, one hand on my stomach, and to just close my eyes and take some deep breaths. And let's even do that together just right now, because it's always great to just reconnect with yourself and check in with yourself. So let's just close our eyes for a moment and take a deep breath in through the nose and letting it all out through the mouth with a sigh. And breathe in again fully into your tummy and then into your chest. And let it all out. And this last one is going to be your biggest breath of the day. Breathe in. Hold it for a moment. And let it all out. And you can open your eyes. And before you do anything else right now, just start looking around your room. Just become really aware of what you see. Just give yourself a moment for your eyes to look around and just notice what stands out to you. Feel free to look behind you, look outside, maybe even into another room. But then come back to the screen when you're ready and just notice how much more grounded and more present you feel. That is such a simple thing, but it's so powerful. And the way that I used that today was I did those deep breaths, but I stayed there for a moment with my eyes closed, and I just let myself feel whatever it wanted to feel. And this is going to take some practice to do. This is going to take some patience and some nurturing, because if you're not used to listening to yourself or tuning inward, it might feel really awkward, really uncomfortable. You might feel like absolutely nothing is happening. But the more that you tune in, the more that you'll be able to feel and hear and connect with yourself more. And soon you're going to become the freaking emotional master of yourself. And one of my favorite things to do when I am tuning in and when I'm feeling something deeply that is really just an emotion that feels hard to deal with, I will just tell myself, like with my eyes closed, I'll say, I love you, I'm here for you, I've got your back, all is well. And you can really do like any variation that makes you feel good of things to say to yourself too, because it really is so powerful. And then after that, I just started crying. The tears just started flowing. The emotion was releasing, and I was just sitting with my eyes closed, holding the space for it. And that is the part that I feel like can't really be rushed. But you know what? The more that you show up and hold the space for it, it's so like incredibly surprising to me how fast I can release emotions when I actually take that intentional space for them and that intentional time for them to come up. So that was honestly within the span of a few minutes that those tears were releasing, the emotion was coming out. And whenever I do an emotional release, I always like to pair it with movement, because movement gets the energy going in the body again. It helps the energy reset. It's like how when a dog comes out of water and just fully shakes itself off to become dry, like that is the shift right there that happens when you move your body. You go from feeling like super drowned in these heavy emotions and you feel like you can't get out of the water, but once you start shaking and moving, you're completely dry. And you may have a tiny bit of wet spots still left on you, but now you feel just so much more clear and present and more aware of what's going on within you that it doesn't feel as bad anymore. And even if it feels just 1% better, that is a win right there. That is still you being the emotional alchemist of your life. And then after that, I went into my mirror. I've been loving mirror work lately, which is basically just speaking to yourself directly, looking into your eyes in your mirror. It's been so powerful for myself. And I just like gave myself a hug. And I just said to myself, like, I love myself, like, I am enough, I believe in myself, and just different things that helped me to feel empowered and reminded of who I truly am. A lot of the time with movement, I love to dance, I love to move through things that way and express myself that way, but sometimes you just feel so down that the thought of dancing is like the last thing you absolutely want to do at all. And honestly, that's how I was feeling today. So I did jumping jacks instead, because that's a super simple, super easy thing. You don't have to think about anything. You just start doing the jumping jacks. And the best part about that is it gets your energy moving. It gets you reconnected to your body so your brain can take a break for a second, because your brain is the whole reason you're stuck in this mess right now. All the thoughts that are flowing in there. And I say do at least 50. Do 50 jumping jacks when you feel like you're not enough. Do 50 jumping jacks when you feel like you don't have what it takes. Do 50 jumping jacks when you are being hard on yourself. Literally do 50 jumping jacks whenever you are feeling an emotion that you don't like. It'll start to shift things for you. Like, it is so powerful. Like, it's literally magic, the magic of movement. And after I did those jumping jacks, I just shook my body out all crazy too, just letting all of those thoughts go. And I felt so much better after. I was like, okay, girl, you've remembered who you are. Like, I believe in you. You're freaking awesome. Now let's go do some aligned action steps that we've been wanting to do this whole day. And that is the power of showing up for yourself as someone who experiences a lot of emotions. Like, these emotions don't have to be these burdens. They can be things that we learn from, that we befriend, that we move through. Because really being highly emotional is such a gift. And I know that so many people say that, but the reason that I say it is because we are so much more in tune with our bodies than so many other people on this planet. It's so much easier for us to release our emotions and to actually heal from them and alchemize on them when we already know how to feel them. There are so many people so disconnected from their emotions. Like, we're already a step ahead of them. So be grateful for your emotions. They're your biggest teachers. They're showing you what you may not be aware of. They're showing you what different beliefs, of thoughts, of stories that you may be experiencing within yourself that needs to shift to truly come back to yourself, to your most authentic, true self who is living the life that they truly want to, filled with their dreams and their desires and their highest purpose and fulfillment. So really, to tie this all together, I would say the biggest thing I do that helps me shift my energy and truly reset and remember who I really am is a few simple things. It's number one, always checking in with yourself in those moments, closing your eyes, taking a few deep breaths, and just letting yourself go inwards for a moment. Number two, how you speak to yourself in those moments, being as kind and compassionate as you possibly can be, even if it's one nice thing you can say to yourself. It may feel hard and uncomfortable, but that is what you're going to have to start getting used to if you want feeling good to be your foundation, because people that feel good don't criticize themselves all day. People that feel good don't let their circumstances dictate how they're going to feel the entire day. And people who feel good love themselves and care about themselves and do things that support themselves. And doing this in a mirror is just going to magnify that so much more. And then adding the movement piece to it. Adding whatever movement feels easy and accessible for you. I had a client say to me the other day that she thought that moving her body meant she had to go to the gym. But like, there's so many different ways to move your body, and the easiest way in those moments, jumping jacks. I love it because you don't have to think about it. And any chance in those moments that we give ourselves to not think and to just let our body lead the way is literally the best decision that we could make for ourselves, especially when you feel like you can't make a decision. It's just right there, available for you. You don't need any equipment. You can do it anywhere, and that's the beauty of it. And then you can also dance to a song too. If you are feeling like you want some music to heighten the experience that you're having, that goes with the emotion you're feeling, maybe like some like heavy metal if you're feeling really angry or frustrated, or something really like slow and kind of like tender vibes if you're feeling sad. Maybe some EDM, whatever you feel like in that moment. Or just shaking your body vigorously with no music too. Like, that always supports me as well. Just think of how far you can go if you use this all the time, of instead of letting your emotions get in the way of taking the action steps you want to, of signing up for that thing that you want to, going to that event, of posting that thing online, whatever it may be. No longer being emotional and sensitive is a thing that can hold you back. It is actually something that can propel you so far forward and help you enjoy your life so much more and feel so much more at peace when you choose to embrace it. So try this out next time you feel like giving up. Next time you feel like you want to lay in bed all day long and just watch Netflix. Next time you feel so scared that you don't want to do the thing, but you know in your heart you truly, truly want to take that step out of your comfort zone. Try this out whenever you are feeling not in an emotion that you enjoy, that you desire, and just see what happens for you when you start to tune in. Also see what happens for you when you start to do those jumping jacks, when you start to actually move with it and create that mind-body connection magic. It's not about ignoring our feelings, because I have tried to do that, and honestly, I don't really think it works that well because it always comes back eventually. I am not for pushing through feeling terrible, but I am for recognizing that you have power to actually let yourself feel and release that emotion so you can shift it into something that is going to be supportive and useful for you right now in the present moment. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that this really supports you with making feeling good your foundation, that you can build your beautiful dreams that you are meant to bring to life through. I'm so proud of you for watching this video. I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. And just know that I believe in you And the more that you believe in you and show up for you too, the more that you are going to feel amazing. Have a great rest of your day. And remember, you are the magic and you have the power. Bye.